and on YouTube and on Facebook. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, hello. Just connecting, taking care of some glitches on Facebook here. Hi, everyone. Say hello. Drop a line about where you're watching me from. All right. Okay, I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Marina Shepelsky, immigration attorney in New York and New Jersey. I am here with you every 2 weeks on Wednesday, and we are going to talk about the latest immigration news. We're going to talk about hello to Furka, hello. Yogesh is from India, sending a hi, sending good vibes your way. I want to connect to the Instagram online too so that I can see it from my computer and ask questions and read your comments. So, tell me where you're watching me from, and I will give you a shout out. Also, if there's anything that you have a question about, I'm going to answer your questions at the end of this show. Nothing I say here is obviously intended to be legal advice. This is an educational and entertaining show to talk about what's going on with immigration. I'm not here to give you a strategy in your case. For that, I invite you to please call our office. All the information is in my profile and schedule a consultation. But we will talk about today's news. Just a little bit about myself. If you're just joining us and you've never watched me before, I'm an immigration attorney in U.S. for about 23 years, almost 23 years, close to 23. I started in, like some immigration law, but other areas as well, real estate, business, and slowly drifted and only concentrated in immigration. We have a great team. I work with a team of lawyers and paralegals. I'm here since like 2002. I started my practice in 2004, working by myself. I worked with other people before that. And we do all kinds of immigration law. And while I'm talking, drop a line where you're watching me from as you're joining. Uh, so basically, we do all kinds of defense to removal, like deportation defense. We handle waivers. We handle VAWA when you're abused in the marriage to U.S. citizen or green card holder and you can legalize on your own. We handle marriage cases, regular uh, family petitions, family petitions with issues and waivers. We handle uh, all kinds of employment law, work visas, work green cards, talent visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, investor visas. So we do the full gamut of immigration law because I'm not alone. I have a lot of people helping me, a great team. So we are here to help you. There's a lot going on in immigration now more than ever. So let's get right into it. I want to just give some shout outs. We have people watching from India. We have somebody watching from Colorado. I have questions here I will address at the end of the show, but let's get into the news for now. So, of course, the riots in Los Angeles are in everybody's mind. Everybody is worried about what's going on. What happened? It started on June 6th. And what happened was ICE raided a particular area in LA and arrested around 100 immigrants. This caused a lot of protests. A famous labor leader from the joined the protest. He was arrested because I guess it turned violent. He was badly injured as he was being arrested, and he had to go to the hospital. And then they arrested him for a federal crime of, I guess, attacking a police, a federal police officer. And went on and on the LA protests, but President Trump decided to get involved, thinking that the government of California, the governor Newsom, and the mayor of LA are not doing enough. He did not think that they were being uh, controlling of this chaos, of the disorder. And he, without asking, for the first time since 1960s, had sent in National Guard. He sent in 2,000 National Guard people because the protest kept expanding and expanding and expanding. Sajid Navrazarana is from Pakistan. Hello, we have many clients from Pakistan. Welcome, welcome. I'm working in a couple of T visas right now for people from Pakistan, but he also works in Malaysia. Welcome to the show. So it became unsafe for the ICE agents and the agencies, the federal properties in LA as the protests got violent. Some people are saying they were very well organized, as if people were prepared for these protests, as if somebody paid them to protest, as if this was pre-planned, these protests and raids. So I think a lot of it is real, and real immigrants who are just sick of Trump's rule on immigrants in the United States. So we went from one extreme of Biden, where anybody and everybody could get in, and everybody was welcome. It seemed like nobody was getting deported, which is not true. People were still getting denied and deported. But then Trump came in and said, I'm going to make deportation my number one goal here. And they're setting goals for ICE agents, how many a day they're supposed to arrest and deport. Well, guess what? There's not enough room to detain all these people. So they are being released on a special program in a lot of cases. That they're just being monitored and they check in because if they have conflict in the system, like a teacher or asylum or and they are trying to legalize, they are entitled to complete that here in the state. So they're not being kept in jail, but they're being released into some program, and that's also taking up a lot of resources of the government's money. So there's a lot of issues here going on. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller is seen as the architect of the deportation policy. He has repeatedly said that the White House hopes ICE can get up to arresting 3,000 immigrants a day, up from the 660 or so that were happening during the first 100 days of his presidency. And they want people out of here. And I have been getting calls from people who are saying they want to go home, they want to stay here. And so people are leaving. There's now been a system created, an app. We'll see home where you register to self-deport. The governor of California is very mad. He is filing a lawsuit against the Trump administration, saying that there was no basis for the government to get involved in controlling. It shows that Trump is willing to use any means necessary to enforce his deportation immigration rules. And protesters in LA are saying that they don't like what Trump is doing, so they're protesting. We are seeing two sides of our society, our American society, collide. We are seeing the conservatives who want the illegals out clash with people who support immigrants, who don't want this deportation, this kind of a rough war thing to happen in our society in 2025. And we have to understand that this is the kind of election that we had. We had kind of the old being, people who are very much about closing the borders, America only for Americans. We don't need anybody new to class within you. And then you being people who are a lot more open-minded, who think people should be given a chance to legalize, and even if they're here without a visa or restricted status, whatever, give them a chance to stay here, give them a chance to work and legalize, make them useful in society and always not criminal. So this is a class of the old and the new, and we will see how this develops. So that is the biggest news today, and some other news. And then talking about the end of the EB4 green card for special religious workers. Trump ended it in April, and I haven't talked about this yet, but that's important to mention. As of September, there will be no more special religious workers that you can get visas for permanent residents, except for ministers. Also, administrative closure is pretty much dead. On the one hand, a lot of people who had administrative cases in their removal proceedings for various reasons, usually when the government is like not really looking to deport you, you're not a criminal, there's nothing urgent about deporting you, you're not a gang member or whatever. They used to be willing to freeze or pause your case with administrative closure, which would allow you to keep your work permanent, but also take you off the active deportation calendar because the judges are so busy and they don't mind having some time for other people. But now we're seeing the government attorneys are filing motions, letters for the judges asking to bring back all of these administrative closures that over the years froze or paused people's cases. And a lot of our clients take this, and you only have 10 days to object. Every time they receive it, by the time they think about it, they'll read it in English, and they call the lawyer. Guess what? It's too late. It's too late. Also, the news is one of the biggest TikTok world has been exploited was detained by U.S. immigration. This silent video was very expressive, very famous now, very cool. The most watched TikToker in the world, big star with 162 million followers on TikTok. He was detained by ICE in Nevada last Friday for overstaying his visa, but he was released the same day since he agreed to leave on his own, not voluntary departure. U.S. Immigration Enforcement detained, which is arrested. So Serene Habani Labe, 5, citizen of the International Airport for immigration violations and was overstaying his visa as a national appeal. So listen, even celebrities get detained and what else do I have for you? A lot of cities in America joined LA with protests, not as big as LA, but New York, Philadelphia, Boston, Chicago had people coming out for protests in a peaceful way, peacefully expressing their support for immigrants, their displeasure, not liking all these things, and just saying this is not the country we want. So this is really changing our society. It's very much in a chaos right now. U.S. immigration officials arrested about 2,200 and detained immigrants June 4th. The newest one today was the U.S. immigration officials raided a meat production plant in Oaxaca and detained dozens of people because immigrants, sometimes without status, are the backbone of a lot of production of food in America. Meat, agriculture, milk, juices, chicken, all of that doesn't run they don't want necessarily Americans working there because American people want a higher salary and all kinds of benefits that cost a lot to these smaller businesses, and these smaller businesses can't handle it. So immigrants fill that void, and I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but this is what it is. Um, but they are saying also, I read yesterday that they're going to start deporting people to Venezuela and other places, even if those people are citizens of Venezuela and have nothing to do with it. So another thing they're going to start doing is reporting them to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, which is a terrible federal facility. Horrible conditions. Again, people who are not citizens of Cuba are going to be going. So there's so much going on every day, every day. I don't even know sometimes, guys, what to report about when I do my news feed because it's so depressing, and I never like them for my channel to be depressing or like a negative thing. But we are where we are with President Trump, and I guess this is all I wanted to say. Let me give you shout outs. Shirley Russell in Long Island, New York. Hello. Morning to Ainaan Marge. M.H. Hussein is New York. Hello. Just saying some hi. Mariano Paz is watching from Brazil. How is my sound? Let me know how my sound is because my voice is like a little scratchy today. I think I might be getting a little sick. My kids have been sick, so you know how that goes. Um, all right, so I'm gonna start saying hi and answering your questions. Saeed Tajmul 1433 says hi, madam. Hello. Meet 96 says, how long are they going to ban Indian students from getting visa appointment? Right now, student visas are on freeze for anyone, not just Indians. So it's not clear when it's coming back to normal, to be honest. It looks like this administration has turned unfriendly, not friendly towards students. Okay, Damien wants to know my work permit in the category C9, which is awaiting green card. The processing time online says 3 months at the National Benefit Center field office for me, but it's been more. It's been 4 months now, and I still don't have a decision. What can I do? There's nothing to do. You have to wait. It's these times that they post are very approximate. They're not exact times, so you just have to wait for a month or two more. Hussein wants to know, hi, how are you? I'm from New York. I filed my green card I-485 application 13 months ago based on VAWA being approved. How long more should I wait? You're close. I think it's going to be another month or two before you hear from them. They might ask for like a medical or something else and perhaps approve you even without an interview, but you'll see. Uh, by the way, it could be an interview too. There's no guarantee that they'll approve without an interview. And Manish says, hi, madam, I got my VAWA work permit in 2023 September. I'm abused from spouse. Now I'm applying for renewal of my work permit. Ends in April. It ends in April. How long will it take? The work permit renewal sometimes takes 3, 4 months, sometimes like 7 months. So that's how. Marcella says, what is a VAWA petitioner? What should a VAWA self-petitioner do in case they get encountered with ICE? They get stopped by ICE. Is VAWA with work permit and parole illegal or legal status? Okay, so let's break this down. From our perspective, while you're waiting for a decision on VAWA, you're in legal status. You're legal. However, the government doesn't agree with us. It thinks only about the fact that you had overstayed your original visa or you came without a visa at all. So sometimes they will still detain people like yourself, still, who are waiting for VAWA. Now, if your VAWA was approved already right now, That's a different story. Then you get deferred action. So you are not removable once your VAWA is approved. While you're waiting, it could take 4 years. However, you might still be like, it's a gray area for them. So they might detain you, but they're not going to deport you. They might put you on like the special monitoring program once the legal department approves it. But it might take a few weeks. So there's nothing you can do. You should have a work permit and all your papers with you to show you're waiting for your VAWA kid. But it might not mean anything to ICE or arrest. Marcella says, can the VAWA petition wait for the process in your home country due to financial reasons? You can wait in the home country. But if you're here, I would not recommend it right now. I just wouldn't. Jazzy says court case was recalibrated, I guess because your administrative closure was denied now. It was recalibrated for a hearing in October. VAWA is approved. What option do I have? Your lawyer should make a motion to dismiss your removal and file for a green card. Because with VAWA approval, you're not deportable, you now have a way to get a green card. Ayanat March says, please, I need advice. I put in my adjustment status in 2020. I went for an interview in 2023. Nothing. And then 2024, I received an intent to deny my I-130 family petitions, but then I never heard anything from it. Um, um, when will you get the decision? It's coming. It will be soon, hopefully. Defemi Adenis is good morning, listening to Maryland, from Maryland. Thank you. Mohammed says scheduling for green card based in asylum is a good thing or bad thing? You're getting an interview based on having asylum and now you're filing for a green card. It's a good thing. They're going to be approving you for a green card soon. Mariano Casas, question, I'm outside of US. My child is a US citizen and my wife and I have degrees. Should we immigrate? Your child cannot help you get your own green card until the child turns 21. So it's up to you. If you have degrees, you can try for EB2 national interest waiver. If you have really good degrees with good experience, call us. My information is on the bottom of the screen and then my profile for a consultation. We could discuss what you personally should do. Elna says, I received an extension of my VAWA prima facie approval. What does it mean? Is it good or bad? First of all, it is good. A prima facie approval means they looked like briefly at your case, and on the surface, you submitted everything they need to approve you. A statement, a form, something to show you have good moral character, at least proof of the marriage, proof of the citizenship or green card of the abuser, and some joint documents. So the fact that they extended it is a good thing, but it really doesn't mean anything in the long run because it doesn't automatically mean you will get approved. Okay, comments from Instagram. Lamira Ani wants to know, is it safe for somebody who is out of status to get on domestic flights now? Now, some people say no. Look at this guy, the TikTok. He got detained in Nevada. It looks like he was just flying internally in the United States. So who knows? It might not be safe. Arsal X9 says my I-130 timeline was showing 5 months remaining, but my wife submitted application for expedite and it's showing now 50 months. What can we do? You do nothing. You just wait. Maria Margolich says, hi, I got my asylum approved. Can I file for my husband with a petition I-730? We have been together 8 years. We have 2 kids, but we got married after I got my asylum approved. Would it be a problem? It is not a problem. You definitely should file the I-730 for your husband. It might take 3 years, though, to get it approved. Meet 96 thing. It says, "I'm going to apply for work permit. How can I apply with your help?" To get a work permit, you have to file for some kind of a visa or status, perhaps asylum if you're in U.S., if you're inside. Give us a call for a consultation to see what type of status you're eligible for to go for work permit. Mia says, "Hi, I filed my work permit application for I-765 based on my TPS approved status, but it's been more than 8 months and it's still pending. Can I do anything to accelerate it?" You can submit an expedite request through USCIS or EMA, on their website. If you have proof of some reason why they should expedite you, pull you out of line, if your employer is demanding or something else. Because for TPS, you automatically get 540-day extension of your status when you file for, the extension of work. So you're okay, you're in status. You just wait and be patient. Mariana said the audio is not very good. I'm sorry. If you're going to be watching this in recording, you will see that the audio is fine. It's only when it's recording. I think this microphone that I'm using for my phone for Insta is interfering with Facebook and YouTube audio for some people, not even for everyone. Um, all right. So I answered most of these questions. We talked about the news. I think that's all, guys, for today. I will be posting this in recording. So if you didn't catch this whole show from the beginning when I spoke about myself and the news and I answered a lot of the questions, you can watch this later. I have another question from it's New York 11420. I'm going to just answer a couple more questions and then I'm going to bid you adieu, goodbye, and I'll see you later. Okay, if New York wants to know, hey, VAWA case prima facie approved, start is 7 April 2025. Uh, and something about expiring 7 April 2026. What's next? You should either file for a green card next, or if you had a deportation before, you should file a motion to reopen and dismiss and file for a green card. The bottom line is if your VAWA is approved, hopefully you have your green card application I-485 filed, or now is the time to file it if you didn't file it before. And make sure to take care of any prior deportation or removal proceedings. All right, just double checking. If there's any questions that I missed. Thank you for Melna. Thank you for Mariano. Live streaming every other Wednesday. Okay, last question for today from Anita. What is right now the wait time for receipts for VAWA? Is 3 months normal? I'm going to tell you that we have one case that I've been waiting over 2 months for VAWA. So 3 months is not unheard of for VAWA. It's normal, I don't know, but it happens. It's not like abnormal. And some people get VAWA receipts after 6 weeks. Some people 2 weeks, some people 3 months. It's kind of all over the place, but it does happen. If you have an alien number already, you can call USCIS and ask them to track by your alien number if they have the I-365. Sometimes it also helps if you see Federal Express. If you sent it by like a courier, was it delivered? Do you have the written confirmation? and just double check. You could call them and find out. And Maria Margolis says, is it true that green cards are on hold right now for those who got asylum granted? Yes, it's true, but you should still be filing for your green card, definitely. Oh, my friend Anthony Stennett says, good morning, please. Is there any movement for the R1? So, first of all, Anthony, I want to tell you that there's bad news. There's no more green card for religious workers. They got rid of that category completely. So there will be no more movement. I'm so sorry that I'm the one that has to tell you. But here, I'm going to send you the official USCIS social relief. I know that you've been waiting, and actually have been waiting to see you here to tell you that the fourth category for green cards for religious workers, they are not doing it anymore. And I'm posting this in the Instagram comments, and just Google Anthony Sennett. Just Google. Um, this is a post from USCIS from I believe it's April 6th, April 8th. I'm sorry, April 8th. They posted this. This is very sad. They ended the special immigrant religious worker program for people who are in the religious green card category. Some people were waiting for years. I have a monk for a Buddhist temple that's been waiting for years, and now I have to tell them that I'm ending his case because he's never going to get his green card unless you're a minister. Minister, it seems like they're still going forward with like a priest or a minister and everything else are ending right now. But if you ask me about just the religious visa, I'm so sad about this because I have people who are filing for church choir director, monk, and things like that, and I have to tell them right now that things are being, really bad. If you're asking me about a visa, oh, Anthony, if you're a minister, you should be okay. But you should write to them because I can no longer check. They took all the processing times and dates off the category. So I'm not sure when you can file for your green card. I'm not sure. Like, how do you? I feel that you're a minister. I'm not sure how they will change this or how you should do it. But perhaps you should talk to your lawyer, whoever filed it for you, and see if it's a good time to file right now for the green card and explain that you're asking to expedite for you because this program is ending in September. You should discuss that with your attorney. I'm afraid to give any legal advice right now. But if you're waiting for just the R1 visa, not the green card for you before, but visa, that's taking about 5.5, 6 months. All right, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye on this note. Hello from Jamil Ahmed. This will be a recording if anybody is joining right now and it's kind of late for the show. You're not late. You can watch this in recording on YouTube and on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm sure we'll have a lot more news to share and to discuss. I love you all so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for always sticking with me. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much. Bye bye.